All right, I think we are live. Let's go check that out. Let's check if we're live. Let's see. View my channel, and are we live? Doesn't look like we're live on YouTube. Doesn't look like YouTube's live. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I don't think it is. Bummer, dude. Here. YouTube. No, it says that it's live. I think it is. YouTube. YouTube Studio? Hmm. Let me check. Nothing's happening yet. Where? Anyways, let me introduce what's going on in case it is live. I don't think it is. I don't think this is live on YouTube, fortunately, but I think it might be live on Twitch. Let's look into it. Okay, cool. So we are live on Twitch. All right, looks pretty good. But I want to set it up on YouTube so I could be streaming, simulcasting. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I don't think this is live at the moment, though. Fortunately. Multi-stream. It says that it looks like there's data going out to the multi-stream at 30 FPS. Yes, it looks good, but output, huh? Trying to figure out where this could be. I hope it's, oh, I have an idea where this might be. Oh, I think I know. I think it's on a different account, isn't it? Switch this one, right? What? Am I gonna, am I going to restart it? I think I might. So I can figure out how to get this live one. I think that's it. I'm gonna restart this. All right. Let's restart it. I think I reset it, but I don't know if that fixed the problem. This is part of learning the stream, I guess, is trying to fix all this stuff. Great. Hmm. View your channel live. Nothing. Go live. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know what's happening. The restream. Yo, Mandarin guy, what's up? Mandarin. I'm trying to set up the YouTube restream. I started this series on YouTube for the past couple days, and I think you're coming from Twitch, unless you're in YouTube, in which case let me know. But either way, I'm trying to continue this series on YouTube as well. I just set up Twitch, but thanks for stopping in and saying hello. You're like the first. Okay, so you're on Twitch. I'm tempted to just get started here, but thanks for popping in. Let me know you're in Twitch. Yeah, I'm trying to continue this series. I started the first 4 episodes. It's like 0 viewers so far, but for the sake of like keeping it, because it's kind of cool, I think this could be something that I want to keep. It's like a record on altogether, but maybe I'll split it up. Just get started here. Let's see. Also, I also tried to set up the Twitch overlay thing so that it says, it pops up the stuff. This is all brand new. Bear with me. We'll see. I think this is it. All right, we'll split it up. Nobody's here. Let's just get started then. So the theme, what I'm doing here is recording myself learning the Fusion, Davinci Resolve Fusion. I just read through the manual here, and like as we go along, we'll kind of play around with the nodes and try to pick up some lessons along the way. But this is stream. And I have a project for today I wanted to throw in. All right. So let's pull up where to get started. Yeah, thanks. Glad the audio is all good. It's tough, man. Like today, I went to set up all the different like overlays, and I went on Place It and started using their templates, and then realized they're good like mock-up, but that's another thing. I have to set these up right now. I don't even know how to do this. Image overlay, right? Image. Let's see. Overlay. There we go. Let's see. Ah, that's all busted. Still looks cool, I like it, but that's totally messed up with the logo. Are you using the Davinci Resolve free? No, this is the paid version, but can free Davinci Resolve users use Fusion? Okay, yeah, so the free version also can use Fusion. This is the paid version, so there's probably some special features that I get, like bigger renders. I know that's one, but there's probably nodes and stuff. I got the overlay here. Yeah. Let's just like put it down here. Look how busted it is. It's all good. Actually, let's make this smaller. Let's make this way smaller. But even that is like in the way. Where are we gonna put this? And then let's see if we do overlay. Oh, they don't match. The colors don't match. Oh, and it and I was trying to keep my, I might take this one off. Okay. Yeah, but the one thing is, like, I don't want to, I mean, I want to show this bottom bar. And as it is, it's kind of messed up. So I'm thinking, I don't know, as I was working with Placeit, that's the website, it's like the mock-up. Placeit. It was really, it's pretty sweet actually, but I want to make it better. It's like this is a good mock-up, and like playing around with different styles and trying to figure out what the theme for your channel is going to be. But now that I have it figured out, I need to fix a few things here and there, and then also update it all. Anyways, anything else here? Oh, sweet. And the chat is working now. You see that? That's cool. Do you stream? All right, cool, whatever. Janky starts, that's how it goes. That's how it begins. I gotta start somewhere. Too cold out? I mean, you could stream inside, right? I gotta get the chat like over here so I can see it better. I'm just starting out here. I don't have any projects inside. Oh, what do you do like outdoor work? Like carpentry or I'm up near New York City, so it's freezing. It was cloudy for the past 7 days, like overcast, and now it's just a beautiful sunny days. I've been going out as much as possible, trying to get as much sun. It's like the past week was so brutal. All right, we are on 293. Last time I was modifying a generator to use it with a gas engine, but now I want to do some moto vlogging and welding on my exoskeleton. What the? Is that what I think it is? My cousin's also into moto street racing. But exoskeleton, is that what I think it is? Like a suit of power. I think that is. Oh, like the joints are like reinforced so you can pick things up. Oh yeah, this thing is crazy. Yeah, this is like basically the future. It's like there's like all these different elements that like we're getting close with AI, and then we have like these exoskeletons, and we have like now we have VR headsets and things. So futuristic. Stronger joints and springs. That's awesome. Do you still have to? I mean, that looks like he's demonstrating really good form. Is that really important? Keeping kind of like super strict form. Do you get training with this, or is it just you can get one and it's like, go have fun, good luck? Nah, there's got to be tons of tons of training there. At some point, I'd like to make a version that can lift 200 kg, just like curling 200 kg. Like motorized and that's wild, man. Sweet. No, there's no. I have zero need for one of these things at this point. If I ever had like a warehouse and I was moving stuff, I could imagine buying one or investing in one, but more like deadlift 200 kg. That's that's kind of crazy. Like to get reinforced with one of these things and then you can just carry around, you can deadlift 200 kg. I used to work out and I don't know. I cannot I can't bench press like what was it? 150 kg No, was I there? I don't know. My max was like 250. That was my 250 pounds. Not okay. It was like 250, but I don't know. Having that underneath you is like an intense amount of weight. And it wasn't even. That's not even close to 200 kg. Oh yeah, right. Not just for work. Maybe I'd get one just for running around. Just like just to go faster on a run. No, I don't think anyone's using them like that. It's cool though. All right, where am I? It's a good start. Thanks for coming in, saying hi, man. My name is Andy, aka Aptitude, and I'm learning Davinci Resolve Fusion. And learning about exoskeletons. So yesterday, I was going through the Fusion page here. What was that? Sticky. And we left off with sticky notes. Exciting stuff, I know. This channel's starting off real exciting. So literally the format that I'm starting with is I'm just gonna read through the manual out loud. And if it bores you out of your mind and you leave, then I understand. Taking my mind off the main thing, yeah, Davinci Resolve Fusion. Yeah, that's the main thing. No. I like this sort of like. I stream here for 3 hours every day. That's the new thing. This is episode 5. This is the 5th stream. But I like kind of like warming up, getting into it, and then, I mean, compared to the last 3-4 streams, this is right on, whatever that means. But that's what I do. Whatever, it's all good. So using sticky notes. Sticky notes are yellow boxes in which you can type whatever text you want. They can be resized, moved, and collapsed when they're not being edited, but once created, they remain attached to the background of the note editor where you place them until you either move them or you delete them. Interesting stuff, I know. Methods of working with sticky notes. To create a sticky note, you can do same as before. You can do it like a pro, control spacebar, and then type in sticky note and add it to your node tree. So methods for working with sticky notes. To create a sticky note, I'm pumped to see, I'm getting distracted because I added so many things today. So much is happening. There's one user here. One great viewer. Thank you, Mandarin guy. But I'm checking out this little chat on the side. That's so cool. I also tried to set it up where there was like a cooler looking chat that was supposed to pop up. No, that's it. All right, I'm getting distracted. Methods of working with sticky notes. To create a sticky note, click somewhere in the node right. To open a sticky note to full size, you can double click it, close it like that. And then to edit, okay. Using underlay boxes. So an underlay boxes are a good way of associating a collection of nodes that work together to perform a specific task in your composition. They're simply colored rectangles. Oh, sweet, another chatter. What's up, man? No shot you're reading a 1,600-page book of Fusion. That's literally what this is. I think it's going to take me 30 days. 30 days streaming, 3 hours a day. And if I finish like 40 pages per streaming session, then it'll take like 30 streaming sessions. It's like 120 hours is going to take. Because, no, there's a reason. Why not watch YouTube? Because I really want to completely grasp this thing. And also, when you watch one YouTube video, I find that it's like here's a different thing with a different style. And it kind of like you go too far in different directions. Stubborn and I mean, I just started, so it's only day 5. Like, I haven't fully committed. I could kind of I'm liking just chatting with you guys right now, so maybe I could just change this to a just chatting stream. But no, I think it's going to take like 33-hour sessions of reading this. And by the end, I'm going to be really good at Fusion. I'll have figured out how to stream. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'll have made so many friends and learned so much along the way. Hopefully. Methods of working with underlay boxes. Learn about exoskeletons. Yeah, that was like the celebrity detour for the day. To create an underlay boxes, what are these for? Wait. They are, you should try editing in the Apple Vision. Oh, dude, yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I'm there with you. Yep. I'm not there yet though. I gotta get, that's this, like just starting the channel, getting it going. That's my step 1. Can't afford an Apple Vision Pro right now, if you know what I mean. I gotta get this thing going. But oh my goodness, that's what I would love to do. Underlay boxes can be named to identify the purpose of that collection of nodes, and they can be colored to be distinct from other underlay boxes or to adhere to some sort of color code. Yeah. Yeah, imagine like fully decked out. Can we get everything like an exoskeleton on? And you're in VR. That's the future. Yeah, this channel, we're heading towards VR. After Davinci Resolve, we're going into Unreal Engine. But I gotta totally get the node-based workflows. I don't really understand it full. Like, I don't get it yet. Can't wait until that becomes the norm. Working with every information I need. See, that's where I'm not sure if that's really what's going to happen, Mandarin, because we already have like everything we need at our fingertips, or that's what everyone's been saying with like Google. There's going to be AI, and that's going to integrate. So that's going to be cool. But I still don't think it's going to be like, I think it can be. It can be what you're saying, where it's like everything's kind of like coming up as you need it. And that's where I'd like to go. Where it's like, oh yeah, I got Intel's on the way. Oh, we got to let you know about so-and-so. And then it's just like a Twitch chat and there's like all these people talking and I'm reading them. Oh, maybe that's my future. Apple Vision Pro with the Dyson headset. Yeah, with the mouth thing. Dude, that thing looks stupid as hell. Does it? Dyson headset. Air purifier. Nah, it looks kind of cool. Nah, let's be real. This looks pretty sweet. Yeah, man, this is like, oh, don't you just see the full helmet? Apple Vision Pro. Like, hold up. No, that's not gonna work. Or what is it? Like, put this on this. Oh, really? You have someone? That's what yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like them together, like a full-on helmet. See, I thought it was gonna be. I was talking to somebody about this today, which is like, I think it's probably, right now it's ski goggles, and then it's probably gonna get thinner. Yeah. Oh, damn, that's both. That's both of them. Why would you get the headphone air mask though? I don't really get that. Apple Vision with the Dyson helmet. Yeah. Maybe that's what the people want. Yeah, maybe it won't turn into like a headset, like ski goggles or glasses, shades. It'll turn into a helmet. And then the exoskeleton. Oh my god, that's the full tech stack right there. So underlays are a thing, kind of like sticky surfaces to put nodes on. And then there's node thumbnails, which you can turn on by right clicking. Figured out that. Yo, thanks for stopping in, man. Nice chatting. I'll be here again. Actually, I won't be here tomorrow, but by the next 6 days after that. Nice to see you, man. Peace. All right, let's see. Let's get them all. And also for today, I was thinking of making a video out of this, which previously I was just kind of messing around in the Fusion node editors, but this time we'll work with something and try to make something cool. Let's do it. Got that. So this is something my wife is a color painting, watercolor color painting, watercolor artists. She recorded this and she wants me to make a clip out of it. I don't know what the music I should put into it or what type of edit yet, but we got some time here. We're just getting started. But I want to get these onto the timeline. I know that organization and metadata are a thing that we're gonna just skip right over for today. We're just going to put all the clips onto the timeline and scrub through them that way. And it doesn't have to be one by one like that. You can just drag them all on there. Now we got a ton of clips, and I want to add a track above it for an adjustment clip. Because I have a feeling I'll want to make adjustments to all of them on top. Let's see. I know this audio isn't important, so I can unlink it. And we're good. Let's see. Let's get this into Fusion. We don't need to see the media pool anymore. And we're going to add in some nodes. Let's add them from here. Let's do like we did yesterday, which was just kind of start throwing some nodes in there. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Oh man, yesterday was about the grid options, and this looks kind of whack. Oh, it was orthogonal pipes. Yeah, okay. Okay. Much better. Cool. And let's see, let's put a mask on this. Okay, we're good. We're learning. And let's see, let's do so tip, even if you're not displaying node thumbnails, you can quickly obtain detailed information about a node and the data it's processing by hovering your pointer over it in the node editor and viewing the tooltip bar below. Choosing which nodes show thumbnails. So, okay, thumbnails, force all tile pictures. Force tile pictures, all tile pictures, yeah, okay. So right clicking and go in there. And I wanna turn on something to make it a little easier to see. This one. All right. And so to toggle thumbnails for one or more specific nodes, select one or more nodes in the node editor, and then right click, show tiles, okay. Switching thumbnails between images and icons. Whenever you enable node thumbnails, you have the choice of having these thumbnails either display an image of the state of the image at that node. So you can switch between what it's showing as an image or its icon. And then there's a big tip here, which is sometimes nodes only show icons. As you add more and more nodes to a composition, you'll notice that some nodes never display an image in their thumbnail. In these cases, the default icon for that node is displayed instead of an image. Okay. Most nodes in the particle and 3D categories fall into this group. The exceptions are the p-render node and the render 3D node. These two nodes are capable of displaying a rendered thumbnail if you have the menu option for it to display on. And then in other cases, whether nodes display images in their thumbnail is more situational. Some transform nodes are able to concatenate their results with one another, passing the actual processing stream to another node later in the node tree. Wow, this is all about just showing icons. I don't know why this would be so important, but okay. In this case, upstream transform nodes don't actually process the image, so they don't produce a thumbnail. In other situations where the loader is not reading in a clip or in the clip is trimmed. Okay, finding nodes. Modern visual effects require detailed work that often results in compositions with hundreds of nodes. For such large node trees, finding things visually would have you panning around the node editor for a long time. Happily, you can quickly find them. So to do a simple search, you can just do regular old Control F. Sweet. Tip: finding all the nodes of a particular type can be very useful if you want. For example, to disable all resize nodes, find all will select all the nodes based on the search term, and you can temporarily disable them by pressing the shortcut Command P. Yeah, so there's some stuff here. Find all. It's like the find thing in Excel. And then regular expression, match case, okay, yeah, so search tool ID, okay. We're not making that big of node trees yet, but the keyword is yet. Using regular expressions. If you need to do more complicated searches, you can turn on the regular expression checkbox, which lets you enter some simple expressions with which to create more complex find operations. Okay, I mean, we're really not doing that complicated of search node trees yet, that we need to do like advanced. How big can these nodes get? I mean, that's not actually that huge, right? This is, unless this is made up of like, what? You can't even see it. Whatever. Custom node settings. When a node is added to the node editor, its parameters are set to the default values for that type of node. If you find yourself constantly readjusting the parameters of a node to a preferred starting point, as soon as it's added to the node tree, you can override the default node settings with your own custom settings. Okay. So to save new default settings for a particular type of node, actually no, that's good to know. That's good to node. Sorry. Create a new node and then open the inspector and customize the node settings to the new defaults you want it to have. Right-click that node in the node editor, or right-click that node's control header in the inspector and choose Settings Save Default. That is good to know. That's good to know. Right-click, settings? Save as. Or save default. Okay. It's good to know. Good to node. You can also have save 6 different settings for a node in the node editor using the versions button. Okay. Managed saved settings. Custom node default settings are saved to a folder on your hard drive that's based on the path map. Defaults preference in the Fusion page. Okay. Resetting defaults, same thing. You can go in, set to default. Right-click the parameter and choose set to default. So just go to the thing. If it's adjusted, you can reset it. That's a bad example, but okay. But this stuff is kind of dull here. When you use the settings reset default command, the default .settings file is deleted. Saving and loading alternate node settings. Once you change the parameter values for a node using the inspector, those values can be saved as an alternate setting for that node, which can be reused at a later time. Save alternate settings for a node. You can right click on the tool and then do settings save as from the contextual menu. When the save file appears, enter a name for the setting and save it to your hard drive. Unlike the saved set defaults, the .settings file can be saved anywhere on the file system. That's right, that was something I saw yesterday. Ooh, that was something I wanted to try. I want to try this. This is a cool idea. I wanted to try this. I don't know if this is a thing that's possible, but if it is, it's gonna be sweet. Create a Davinci Resolve macro that oh, this would be so cool if it works. But what do we want? That's the whole thing. It's like with AI, we can do anything, but what do you want? What do we want here? We want a macro that looks cool. Come on, come on, we can do better. We want a macro that's makes a cool visual effect. All right, we're really all right. I'm pretty sure that ChatGPT should be able to generate the code. All it is, did I save it to my desk from yesterday? It's like so simple. Actually, here, look, if you make a notepad. Oh. Yeah. Okay, if you make a notepad and then, so here's notepad, you have a macro. So in templates, we could go to Fusion. Oh, let's add a bullseye in there. Cool. And then if we literally control copy, and then we control paste, it pastes right here in a notepad in text format. So the whole point, so I'm pretty sure ChatGPT should be able to poop out some macros with some guidance. But you know what? We're not at the point. I'm not ready for that. So we're gonna just keep that in the back of our minds. That's a possibility, but I think it's better if I just get more familiar with how this works on a fundamental level first. And that's exactly what we're doing. And then adding saved settings from the file system, same thing. If you drop a setting directly onto a connection line, the new node will be inserted onto that connection. Yeah. Node modes, including disable and lock. Right-clicking one or more nodes and opening the contextual menu reveals a series of commands in the modes submenu. Some that accompanying keyboard shortcuts, some with accompanying keyboard shortcuts, and then that let you control, visibility, disable, lock, update, and cache nodes. Show controls. Sets whether that node reveals its parameters in the inspector when it's selected and whether its on-screen controls appear in viewers on by default. Pass-through. These are nodes pass-through identical to the toggle switch in the inspector that turns nodes off and on. Disabled nodes are ignored as image data is passed from the next previous upstream node to the next downstream on by default pass-through. Then locked, Command L, Control L, identical to the lock button, update, force cache. Okay, so these are just node modes. And then we've got node editor options. Right-clicking in an empty area of the node editor will bring up the contextual menu and the options submenu. The options submenu contains several choices that can be used to customize how the node editor looks and behaves. Pipes always visible. Yeah, this is what we did. I mean, I did this yesterday. So we can kind of skim through this. This is just about cleaning up the pipes, these things. And I thought it would be cool to try orthogonal to make them all like boop, 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 but But this is a recursive type experience. We're realizing that some of those changes, a lot of these changes might get updated again, further optimized. And then node tooltips and the status bar. I feel like I was through this yesterday. I mean, this is literally, you just hover over this and then you see the info down here. And if you're over and you hover, it pops up like that. Chapter 68. All right. We only got no, I'm not counting. We got some more chapters to go, but it's chapter 68. That's where we're at. Node groups, macros, and Fusion templates. That's what I was just talking about. And an overview. My goodness, let me pull this up. We're getting locked in. Actually, let's see. Currently, oh, sweet. Someone subscribed. Thanks, whoever that was. But I'm going to be right back. And this is when I would put up a BRB screen, but I haven't made that yet. And then it will transition on. It'll be super cool, but we'll just pretend like it's up for today. BRB. Transition screen. Hey, we're back. Let's get right into it. Chapter 68, Node Groups, Macros, and Fusion Templates. This chapter reveals how to use groups, macros, and templates in Fusion so working with complex effects become more organized, more efficient, and easier. So groups, macros, creating Fusion templates. Okay, that's the main three sections. So groups, when you work on complex VFX, node trees can become sprawling and unwieldy. So grouping tools together can help you better organize all the nodes and connections. Groups are containers in your node tree that can hold multiple nodes, similar to the way a folder on your desktop holds multiple files. There is no limit to the number of nodes that can be contained within a group. And you can even create subgroups within a group. How deep can these groups go? Creating groups. Creating a group is as simple as selecting the nodes you want to group together. Yeah, so you just select the stuff. Here, I'll make a group out of this. And then you do Control G. And then deleting groups, same deal. You can just select it and delete it. Expanding and collapsing groups. Well, let's test that. If it's in a group, yeah, you just double click it. Huh? When you open a group, a floating window wait, what's it say? Collapsed group is represented by a single stack node. Yeah. What are they demonstrating? An open group window showing the minimize button. But it didn't minimize. Huh? Huh? When you open a group, a floating window, okay. Panning and scaling within the group. You can pan and scale an open group window using the same mouse buttons you do as the pan and scale in the main node editor. However, when you're working in an expanded group and simultaneously making changes to the main node tree, you may want to prevent the expanded group from being individually panned or scaled. Turning off the position button, that's what that thing was. Was it? Maybe it doesn't. Ah, that's what it was. So turn this on and you can resize the box. Yeah, that's it. Just for organization. And then ungrouping nodes. Same deal. Right click, choose ungroup. Let's do that instead of right click and ungroup. All right. Saving and reusing groups. One of the best features of groups is that every group and its settings can be saved for later use in other shots or projects. Shorts, yeah. That was a Freudian slip right there, because I want to get better at making short videos. And then groups and their settings can be recalled in various ways. A good example of when you might want to save and load a group is in a studio with 2 or more compositing artists. The lead artist in your studio can set up the master comp and create a group specifically for keying green screen. That key group can then be passed to another artist who refines the key, builds the mats, and cleans up the clips. The setting can then be saved out and loaded back into the master comp. As versions are improved, these settings can be reloaded, updating the master comp. Methods of saving and reusing groups. To save a group, right-click, Save As. Group, right-click, Save As. Just gotta see it once. Gotta see it once. Where is it? Settings? Save as. There it is. And then it's a .setting file. And then to reuse a group, drag it from your computer's files browser directly into the node editor. This creates a new group node in the node tree with all the same nodes as the group you've saved. And then we're not doing Fusion Studio, so let's keep looking about macros. Some effects aren't built with one tool, but with an entire series of operations, sometimes in complex branches with interconnected parameter controls. Fusion provides many individual effects nodes for you to work with, but gives users the ability to repackage them in different combinations as self-contained bundles that are either macros or groups. These bundles have several advantages. They reduce visual clutter in your node tree. They ensure proper user interaction by allowing you to restrict which controls from each node of the macro are available to the user, and they improve productivity by allowing artists to quickly leverage solutions to common compositing challenges and creative adjustments that have already been built and saved. Macros and groups are functionally similar, but they differ slightly in how they're created and presented to the user. Groups can be thought of as a quick way of organizing a composition by reducing the visual complexity of a node tree. And then macros, on the other hand, take longer to create because of how customizable they are. But they're easier to reuse in other comps. So is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what macros is about. Macros is a little harder to set up, but then they're more usable. And then creating macros. While macros let you save complex functions for future use in very customized ways, they're actually pretty easy to create. To make a macro from nodes in the node editor, select the nodes you want to include in the macro you're creating. Because the macro you're creating will be for a specific period, the nodes you select should be connected together to produce a particular output from a specific set of inputs. Tip: if you want to control the order in which each node's controls will appear in the macro you're creating, click each node in the order in which you want it to appear. Okay. This is some advanced stuff. Hooking up the macros. Okay, but we should take a note of this. Take a note of it. Just take a note for how to make macros. And that's kind of cool. If you wanted to make a macro, you could. The order that you click the nodes matters. So right-click one of the selected nodes and choose macro, create macro. And this should be create and select modes? No. Macro? Create macro. There it is. And then my test macro. Yep. And then the way we selected it was rectangle was first, which shows up here on the top. And then you can select which ones you want included in your macro. So create the macro, and then first enter a name for the macro at the top. what we did. We called it my macro, my test macro. This name should be short but descriptive of the macro's purpose. No spaces are allowed and you should avoid special characters. Next, open the disclosure control to the left. Pop down menu, right? Flip down of each one that has controls and you want to expose. That you want to expose to the user and click the checkbox to the right of each node's output, node input, and node control that you want to expose. So you click on all the things that you want. So export. Just like that. And then the controls you check will be exposed to users in the order in which they appear in the list. So you can see how controlling the order in which you select the nodes in step 1 before you start editing your macro is useful. Yeah, so just like we noted, if I go 1, 2, 3, because that's the way that I'd want it to display when it shows up in here as top, down, 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 then that's how you do that. Additionally, the input and outputs that were connected to node tree are already checked. So if you like these becoming the inputs and outputs of the macro you're creating, that part is done for you. For each controls checkbox that you turn on, a series of fields to the left of that controls row lets you edit the default value of that control as well as the minimum and maximum values that control will initially allow. And then 5, when you're finished choosing controls, click close. A dialog prompts you to save the macro, click yes. A save macro dialog appears in which you can re-edit the macro name if you want. And then when you're done, click save. Okay, so that's how to make. So I want this to be there and then this to be here. Then I okay, close and then save changes to macro 201. Yes, and then you could save it to somewhere. And then that's a saved macro, just like that. And I'm probably going to delete that because it was not a good macro. But just for the sake of process once through, and then using macros can be added to a node tree using the add tool macros or replace tool macros submenu. Add tool, using the add tool macros button. Where's that? Add tools. Add, oh, here? Tools, it's gonna be here. Add tools, where's that? Honestly, not sure what they're talking about there. Using the add tool macros. Add tool macros. Huh. All right, we're gonna keep moving. Macro editor. Okay, so there's a place for add tools macros submenus. It exists. I believe it. At this point, everything this manual says, I believe. Re-editing macros. To re-edit an existing macro, just right-click anywhere within the node editor and choose the macro you want to edit from the macro submenu of the same context menu. The macro editor appears and you can make your changes and save the result. Groups can be accessed like macros. Groups can also be loaded from the insert tool macro submenu if you save a group's setting file to the macros folder in your file system. Oh, maybe I don't have that yet. Insert tool, from the insert tool. Insert tool. I feel like I'm missing something here. Insert tool, tool macro. Maybe if I start using more macros, I'll have an aha moment. Other macro examples. A macro can also be used for custom LUT, lookup table, creating Fusion templates. The integration of Fusion into Davinci Resolve has enabled the ability to create Fusion titles, transitions, effects, and generators templates for use in the edit page. You can create these templates in the Fusion page or within Fusion Studio and then copy them into Davinci Resolve. Fusion titles, generators, and transition templates are essentially comps created in Fusion, but editable in the timeline of the edit page with custom controls. This section shows you how it's done. So this is kind of important because I use Envato sometimes. But even using these tools, you got it. I mean, the best way. What is this? What? I'm on the wrong account here. Anyways, whatever, it doesn't matter. Video templates, you can use Davinci Resolve. Even these templates are like difficult if you don't really know your way around the platform. Getting started with Fusion title template. The first part of creating a Fusion title template is to create a Fusion composition consisting of a Fusion generated object assembled to create nearly any kind of title or generator you can imagine. If you're really ambitious, it can include animation. In this example, 3D titles and 2D titles have been combined into a show opener. Amazing. Let's do that. Let's just create, we'll put this to the side for right now. And we'll do a new Fusion clip composition. Like that. And then in the templates over here, we can go into Fusion text. Is that so they're trying to combine 2D with 3D follower. Let's see what that is. That's kind of cool, but why would we want to have, or can we change that wiggle? That wiggle. Where would that be? These are groups here, so let's see. Inside of the Chrome node, no, that's just Chrome. I think it's the text 3D is the thing that's animated. And let's see, where would this be? Keyframes. Where are the keyframes at? where are the keyframes at? What the hell? What? What? Tank, come in. I don't know what that means. I think that was the line from The Matrix, but I might be butchering it. But either way, it sounds kind of cool. But where were we? Getting started with a Fusion title template. Templates, Fusion. Oh, planet? Yo. All right, screw text. Text can get lost. And this thing, let's get planet in here. Okay. All right. But didn't know what to expect. Actually, I was hoping for like some epic planet. Is this not even 3D? Hmm. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I don't think this is a... See, this would be the time to put the arrange tools, put it to... Oh, I thought it was going to be... There we go. That doesn't help at all. Okay. Okay. Getting started with a Fusion title template. The first part of creating a Fusion title template is to create a Fusion composition consisting of Fusion generated objects assembled to create nearly any kind of title or generator you can imagine. If you're really ambitious, it can include animation. In this example, 3D titles and 2D titles have been combined. So I might be doing this wrong. You might be able to like actually start from a full page template, they're saying. I thought they were talking about templates inside of the effects tab. They might be. But so saving a title macro. Macros are basically Fusion compositions that have been turned into self-contained nodes. Ordinarily, these nodes are used as building blocks inside of Fusion so that you can turn frequently made compositing tricks that you use all the time into your own nodes. However, you can also use this macro functionality to build title templates for the edit page. Okay. Having built your composition, select every single node you want to include in the template except for the media in and out nodes or loader or saver nodes. So you select your nodes, and then here's a tip. If you want to control the order in which nodes controls will be displayed later on, you can command click each node you want to include in the macro one by one in the order in which you want controls for those nodes to appear. This is an extra step, but it keeps things better organized later on. Having made this selection, right-click one of the selected nodes and choose Macro, Create Macro. Yes. All right, we're not doing that. We're not doing that right now, but that's good to know. Once we get to the part where we're making stuff that we're happy with and we want to save for later, we can create macros. Macros are like the pro thing to make. Just straightforward, just groups is the easy thing to start with even. Macros is cool. We want to get to macros. Closing the top nodes parameters reveals a simple list of all the nodes we've selected. The macro editor is designed to let you choose which parameters you want to expose as custom editable controls for that macro. Whichever controls you choose will appear in the inspector whenever you select that macro, or the node or clip the macro will become. So all we have to do now is turn on the checkboxes of all the parameters we'd like to be able to customize. For this example, we'll check the text 3D nodes styled text checkbox. The cloth nodes diffuse colors, green and blue checkboxes, and the spotlights nodes Z rotation checkbox, so that only the middle word of the template is editable. But we can also change its colors and tilt its lighting, so making a swing on effect possible. Once we've turned on all the parameters we'd like to use in the eventual template, we click the close button and a save macro appears, and then you can save it, and then using your new title, titles. Huh. Titles. Oh, that's it. This is what we've been looking for. Okay. We're halfway through the stream and we're just locking in now. We got background reveal. Let's see. Let's throw a text in there. We're not gonna do the glitch one because everyone does the glitch one. Let's do outline offset. That sounds good. Oh yeah. Oh, this one though. Can go in here and edit it. This is a okay. So we can just edit in here. Wow, this looks like there's so much going on here, but there's really not very much. The front outline, here we go. Oh, here we go. Sweet. Let's what was the text I was using today? Is that it? Let's get blue. Aptitude blue. What was the color I was using? Forget. What was it? 4D. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like 4D, 4D, CC or something. Okay, that's good. And then let's actually try to make this cool. Aptitude. And we're gonna make the text. What's the text? EXO. Bold italic or black italic. Ooh. Extra bold. Bold italic. Nope. Bold italic. There we go. Although I kind of like super thick. Or extra bold. Okay. And then some tracking in there. So what happens? So it flies in. Whee! And then we can get it to spin probably. Or let's keep looking with keep messing with the look of it. Specular, we got specular here. So the reflections and then the text color. No, not that, what was it? there we go. Kind of an off-white. And then we got front outline. Oh. Okay, motion blur, yes. Yes. Man, adding, oh, I'm choppy, I see it on my screen. This is too much. Too much is going on. You know, I still think it says that I'm streaming to YouTube still. I just don't know where. I don't know where it went on YouTube. That's too much. Motion blur was too heavy. We got too much going on here. But anyways, let's see. Is it in preload? Let's get rid of this. And leave that up. Get rid of that. Is it really just the motion blur that kills things? Motion blur too heavy. Okay. Using your new title template. Okay, so you could save it and then it will show up here. These are presets that I got from Envato. And they're pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. This gives me an idea. App to. I like it. Let's see. Huh? Oh? Oh, here we go. I mean, that's pretty sweet. That's a nice gradient. I think, yeah. Visual Manager. Visual Creator. Creator. Oh. Oh. That's for the whole thing. How do I move each element? Oh, that's for the gradient. So getting started with a Fusion transition template. Inside of, we got toolbox, tools, transitions, transform. Not what they're talking about. They're saying Fusion. Oh, no, tools, transitions. What's crazy circle? Circular Checomat. Best with pre-rendering to reduce overall render time. All right, I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna just Control Z out of that. Look, that was bad news. I was gonna crash everything. But what about radar? Whoa. Sweet. Whoa, it's kind of cool. Radar. Well, let's see radar 2. Man, that's how to really make some motion graphics, huh? As if we look through this one, how do we wow, this is like with a particle emitter. Huh. Can't say I have any idea what this means. No, I got no. Let's be real. Like, just taking a look at this, it'll slowly start to make sense. Gradually. Hopefully not gradually, but I don't exactly know how that's made, but you know, maybe some part of me is starting to figure it out, you know. What's a scroll bar? That seems buggy though when it's like I press to display. Okay. Yeah, at the start, like maybe I'm the one that's buggy with this program. What the hell is this though? What is this? What am I looking at? Horizontal scroll bar. Nah, whatever. Okay, that was a nice little detour. So Fusion transition template. When creating a Fusion transition template, it's easy to start with an existing transition template and build off that. 3 transitions are located in the Fusion transitions category of the Davinci Resolve effects library. The simplest transition is the cross dissolve, while the most complex example is the slice push. Are we trying to go to the most complicated thing or the least complicated thing first? The most complicated thing first, right? Yeah. So let's find that slice push. So we're in the video transitions. I do think of transitions. Slice. So these are saved ones, and that's confusing me. I should just delete the ones I brought in from before. Oh, these are transitions. But can you do this? I mean, Mosaic, I'd like to know how to do that. Not as a transition, but just in there. Slice push, let's see. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna show. Actually, to be honest, I don't even know how to put a transition into a Fusion node, like how to connect it with a Fusion node. So darken transition. Yeah, I don't even know how transitions work in Fusion, to be honest. Let's open it in a clip, and then we can do templates, Fusion. Where was I? Tools, transitions. Come on now. transition over here, the most complicated one. Okay, it doesn't matter. Any will do. Let's do the mosaic. I was talking about that. Oh, okay. There it is. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. So, I've seen this done before. So you're supposed to add it in here as an adjustment clip on top. You can simply toolbox effects. Transitions are here? No. Now that this is selected, I have to go in and load it in Fusion. Templates, edit, transitions. And we got the... what do we want? Let's pick something that will be cool for the theme. Fold, glow, mosaic, Luma wipe, logo wipe. I think glow. Glow is nice. Everyone likes glow. That's it, right? Now it displays like this. That was brilliant. And it's... Oh, and it's even, I wanted to have a, not 4K, but I wanted 1440 by 20, I should really write this down. 2460? 2560? 2560? I think that's it. 1440 by 2560. A what? I mean, it's saying linear curve, so I'm expecting there should be like some keyframes to mess around with here. No? Some splines that I can no? Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Okay. I think I might be missing something here. Let's, when in doubt, return to the manual. When in doubt. So creating a Fusion transition template, the three... Okay, so they explain here. The three Fusion transitions located in the Davinci Resolve effects library are basically Fusion compositions that have been turned into macros. Ordinarily, macros are used as building blocks inside of Fusion so that you can turn frequently made compositing tricks that you use all the time into your own nodes. However, you can also use this macro functionality to build transition templates for the Davinci Resolve edit page. Once you apply a Fusion transition in the edit page, you can right click it and choose the open in Fusion page. Oh. So we go to the edit page. We don't do that. Just let me add a cross dissolve. Huh? Okay, let's find we go to effects. We're gonna add in some transitions. Video transitions. Something simple. Additive. Let's just pick a nice. We're trying to do not edgy. Detail. That's kind of nice. No. 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 All right, none of these all kind of stink. Let's stick with the mosaic here. Mosaic. I thought I'd be able to add it on here. What? Bruh. Bruh. Some of the clips selected have insufficient handles to apply the transition. You can choose to trim clips and shorten the timeline or skip, trim them. And then convert to Fusion, cross dissolve. And now it's a Fusion clip. Or not. There we go. Yes! Oh, that's the whole thing. Oh, because, okay, well that's it. That's all there is to it. Why is that in a group though? Am I missing something? That's it, right? No, that's it. Why does it look like a group thing? It just is in a group, but there's an animation on it and it's media 1 in. The media is on the background. First clip is on the background. Media 2 is on the foreground, and then they do the dissolve effect. Cool. And what did they say was the slice push? They said the slice push was the most complex. That was so complex right there. Oh yeah, but it's a good example because this one has more things going on. Want to resize this, turn that on. Sweet. I don't get why I clicked that and nothing came up, and then I clicked it again and it populated, like right here. Why is nothing showing up? But now it's there. What? I'm looking over here. I feel like that might be a bug, but I won't be so quick to judge. The Fusion page opens, displaying. Okay, so we get the concept here. You can load up from the edit page. You can add a a transition, and then open that transition for further refinement, or if there's an element in the transition that you want to reuse for your own purpose, you can do it this way. You can yoink the functionality and reuse it in some other way. That's That's the insight to be had there. And then the media in node represents the outgoing onto the timeline. Okay. And then tip, to modify the duration of the fusion transition from the edit page timeline, you must apply the resolve parameter modifier to any animated parameter. What? To modify the duration of the fusion transition from the edit page, you must apply the resolve parameter modifier to any animated parameter. So in place of keyframing the transition, you create the transition using the scale and offset parameter of the resolve parameter modifier. That doesn't make any sense for some reason. It's almost 5-minute break. To modify the duration of the fusion transition from the edit page timeline. So if you're in the edit page, you have to apply the resolve parameter modifier. Apply the resolve parameter modifier. So in here, you have to go to resolve parameter modifier. Okay. Resolve parameter to any animated parameter. In place of keyframing the transition, you create a transition using the scale and offset parameter of the resolve parameter modifier. So instead of keyframing the transition, you can create the transition using the scale and offset. Settings, controls, duration, frames. I mean, that's one way to do it, right? Settings, transition. I think that's what they're talking about, right? Can I also change this? I can't change it to like 18 more? No. You right click the keyframes. That thing? Or here? Ah, yeah, yep. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, dude. Sweet. Updating a fusion transition. After modifying the transition in Fusion, you can choose to update the transition in the timeline or create a new transition. Oh, I'm wondering, if you're still there, like, is it super brutal watching me go through this? I think it's gonna get pretty cool soon, but it's like half of this stream is like struggle bus, and well, the majority is struggle bus at this point. But it will get pretty sweet pretty quick. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Cool, man. So I'm not a total noob. I kind of know some things, but I'm trying to like really get a strong understanding of all of the Fusion page. So that's why I'm approaching it this way. I keep watching random tutorials and I feel like I'm just learning steps instead of actually understanding the software. Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Is I really want to get a strong understanding. This is kind of the approach that I'm trying to, what's it called? Kill multiple birds with one stone, where it's like I want to figure out, I want to stream and I want to get good at streaming, and I also want to really learn Fusion and the node-based trees. So this is like 2 birds, 1 stone situation. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is just going through this. It's going to take like, it's probably going to be 30 sessions of streaming or more until I finish the whole Fusion section of this page. And so it should get a little more exciting once I get past like literally the layout section, but I'm kind of being meticulous about it, but it's not so long. It's going to be like 30 sessions of 3 hours, Yeah, that seems like a lot. It's 120 hours. I sort of roughly think it will take. Like 120 hours is not that much. Like how much time can you put into a video game, right? I had that little detour, but I started playing Apex Legends like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I played a lot. And I looked at the hours. In a short amount of time, I played a lot, and it was like 250 hours. And I was like, wow. So 250 hours, and I'm just starting to feel like I'm getting my grit with the game. And then I quit at that point, and I started playing with Unreal Engine, and it was like the same thing. I was like 250 hours in, and I was like, oh man, 250 hours, like you can get good at anything, not just video games. But so this getting just reading this is going to take like 120 hours, 150 hours. Yeah. So I want to lock into this. So thanks for stopping by, dude. And then since the transition template must include the media in and media out nodes, the final steps for saving a transition template must be performed in Davinci Resolve's Fusion page and cannot be performed in Fusion Studio. And I'm not using Fusion Studio. But yeah, as you were mentioning, right click and you can modify modifiers here. Yep. And then having made this selection, right click one of the selected nodes and choose macro, create macro from the context menu. So yeah, the macro editor window appears, displaying a hierarchical list of every parameter in the composition you've just selected. The order of nodes is based on the order they were selected. So this is just like before. This is how the macro tools works. I went over something similar like an hour ago. I'm going to be streaming like 3 hours at a time. We were talking about macros earlier. And then using the new transition template. So after you've saved your macro, you'll need to quit and reopen Davinci Resolve. When you open the effects library on the edit page, the new transition template is listed in the video transitions category in the Fusion transitions list. So I didn't really demonstrate that. Do I want to? I should try and get through this real quick. Dang. Well, to be honest, if you're still there, thank you so much for stopping in. The format for this, I think, for the sake of like, yeah. So I'm not going to stream tomorrow, but then I plan to stream basically every day from 7 p.m. where I am to 10, and right now it's 9. And then also part of my format, for the sake of like a healthy approach, is I'm trying to take a 5-minute break every hour. So like I'm about to go on a 5-minute break. So if you hop out, I understand. Thanks for coming in. But for the sake of like, healthy routine and like actually trying to learn this, it's exciting. So I'll just say like, no, it's just so exciting that you hopped in, because there's a few guys before I was chatting with. So it's all about like trying to figure out what the format for this is, how to approach it. Because with them, I was like getting so distracted at the beginning, and I was like, I had a moment. I was like, man, am I gonna even get to the main topic? But it's early days. Thanks for stopping in. I'll be right back. Hope you stick around, or you come back another time. I don't have a transition screen yet, or a BRB screen, but this is all a work in progress. It's gonna get pretty cool pretty quickly, I hope. BRB. Awesome, dude. Glad you're sticking around. So let's start back up with this. Getting started with a Fusion generator template. There's one simple noise gradient Fusion generator located in the effects library that you can use as a starting point for creating your own generators. To open the Fusion noise gradient generator and the Fusion page, do the following. On the edit page, drag the Fusion noise gradient generator from the effects library to the timeline. And then right click it and over the noise gradient generator and choose open in Fusion. So just like before, so on the edit page, drag it to the timeline, generators, noise gradient they were talking about. And then you can right click and open in Fusion. Open in Fusion page. We back. Back at it. Yeah, that little 5-minute break. I know it's not recommended. Like I've seen that if people take breaks, the viewership goes way down, but at least at this point, like just standing up for 5 minutes was like so refreshing. It's like the Pomodoro technique, you know? That's based on 25 minutes. Yeah, breaks are a necessity, for sure. The Pomodoro. I try to do, yeah, that's pretty cool. This is like in between a Pomodoro and a streaming schedule that's healthy. Like a Pomodoro is 25 minutes. If I was standing up every 25 minutes to go on a 5-minute break, that'd be too much. But this is like every hour. It's a necessity at this point. I don't have this stamina to go for 3 hours at a clip without breaks. I don't know. This is inherently different too, right? When you're playing video games, it can be demanding, but I don't know. We don't need to draw differences at this point, I guess. So to open the Fusion noise gradient generator in the Fusion page, do the following. On the edit page, drag the Fusion noise. Yeah, okay, we've done that. And then we can open it, right click it, and check it out. Also, what do you think about the size of the interface? Because I'm streaming at like pretty decent quality, but it's really big for me. But if it was 100% scale, it might be too small and hard to see. It's like I gotta get good at managing the limited display space I have here. But that's actually that's all good at this point as well, because like everything I'm just looking at so closely anyways. But yeah, here's the noise. I think I think it would just be too hard for you to see. Like this stuff wouldn't be, it would just be really tiny. Like you ever seen a this is actually a 4K display, but I put it on 1440p because a 4K it would make this program look so tiny. I'd have to like put my face in the screen to see it myself. So this is like 100, yeah. This is enlarged so that it's easier to see. Anyways, I think it means this is the right size this is kind of big enough that you can see pretty much everything that's going on. Yeah, I gotta be managing the size of this stuff. All right, anyways, so creating a fusion generator template. As easy as it is to begin with the noise gradient generator template, you can just as easily start by adding a fusion composition effect to a timeline in the edit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I think this is the format. This is the format. I messed with this, started messing with the layouts. It's so version 1. I used like a template website. Oh, it's so, this is the beginning. V1. You gotta figure out how to set up the transitions and all that stuff. Yeah, we'll get there. So an empty Fusion page with a single media out node. So let's see, if we go Fusion, from the edit page, we want to add a Fusion node in there. Where is it? Just search it. And that will just have a media out right there. Ready to create a Fusion generator. The Fusion generator is a solid image generated from any number of tools combined to create a static or animated background. You can choose to combine gradient colors, masks, paint strokes, or particles in 2D or 3D to create the background generator you want. Cool. You played around in the template websites and it's harder than it seems? Yes, it totally was. That was tough today. But the takeaway for me was that it's good for mock-ups. Yeah. Yeah, that too. But the way I mean, what you see is not. That was today. Like I just did that today. I did some other stuff, but I was like just throwing it together. But for me, I feel like this was a good way for me to mock it up quickly, and I have some idea of the theme that I wanted to get through, and I'll be able to kind of approach the different pieces and make them in like Illustrator or Photoshop properly. And then I also think I'll be able to get transitions done in Davinci Resolve. I'll be able to make my own transitions. But it'd be kind of funny because I know After Effects, and that's like the thing that you do for kind of motion graphics. Whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out along the way. I don't have it all exactly figured out at this point. But let's see if we can make a, let's do this example actually. Let's try and do an ellipse. Let's put it here. And then what was it? A background. Oops. And then it was a duplicate. I haven't done that one yet. Duplicate. Copies. Oh, and something about this, I gotta. Oh, I think it's invert? No. That might be an image. Or vector? Okay. It's not invert, but I'm trying to do instead of a filled in ellipse, I want to do like a stroke, because that's kind of like what they're demonstrating here. Whatever. That one's too unchecked solid. Ah, damn, there it is. Oh, yay, we're doing things. Oh, but this is too hypnotizing. It's kind of scary. And let's see, if we do, would it be from the duplicates? Okay, let's do from here. Damn it. Okay, let's just do it this way. From here, and then how many frames is this? Let's just do there. Okay. Oops. Come on now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, delete that. Make it a lot faster. Bruh, my bad, dude. I'm struggling so much. Okay, there we go. And then in the keyframes, copies, select the thing. There we go. Select them. And then we can make it ping pong, right? How do you do the ping pong one? Set ping pong, that is it. Set ping pong. Ooh. Uh-huh. And also, how could I invert that so that it's going from closing from that looks, the vision is there. You see it. You're with me. You see where we're trying to get. We're not quite there that yet though. But that's fun that we're testing the waters. We're getting our feet wet. We know where we're trying to get to. We're not quite there yet, but we'll get there. Saving a new Fusion generator. So after creating your generator, you can save it to your effects library. So this is how you can sort of build up your asset packs for motion graphics. You're there. You see it. I know you're there. You see it. We're both there. We both got the vision. It's just we're getting there. But yeah, if we get into this, then and we build out a lot of these types of assets, then we can save them as macros in the templates. Actually, this is from a template pack that I got. We could take a little peek, see what a good motion graphic example is. And there you have it. Does this have to be in the edit page? Okay, we're just continuing on with the manual here. So saving these generated things to macros for later use and building upon elements to make them your own. So using your new generator template, just like before, you can save them to your own style, build them out, and then create your own set. And you can create a Fusion effect template. You start building a Fusion effect template by bringing a clip from the edit page timeline into Fusion. This clip is only used for creating the template and will not be saved with the effect. So once inside Fusion, you use Fusion's nodes to create the effect you want. You can use a single node or 100, depending on the effect you want to create. For instance, using Fusion's color correction nodes, you can create a simple color corrector you can use on the edit page. Yeah, like I saw a tutorial about, you add a glow, and then you add a glow, and then you add a glow, and then you add a glow. Then you save it as a macro. That's one that I saw. Super glow. And then creating a Fusion effect template for 2 or more layers. If the effect you want to create requires multiple images, like a video wall. Ooh. Oh. So like a video wall, you start by creating a Fusion clip on the edit page timeline that includes the number of layers you want the effect to have. The clips are only used to create the number of image inputs for the template and will not be saved with the effect. And then you add, I guess, all those clips as media in, and you can pipe them into this video wall that you have set up the nodes for. And then once inside Fusion, use Fusion's nodes to create the effect you want. Save the macro following the same steps you use for single clip effects. Enable any of the parameters you want to control in the edit page. To be able to switch the order of video layers within the effect, make sure you have the layer checkbox enabled for all the media in nodes. Once you've saved the macro and relaunched Davinci Resolve, to use the effect on multiple timeline layers, you must create a Fusion clip. The Fusion clip should contain the same number of layers the effect requires, and then the order of the timeline layers, going from the bottom to the top, matches the media in numbers. For instance, video track 1 will match with position and appearance of media 1. Video track 2 matches media in 2, and so on. If you want to change how tracks map in media in nodes, you can change the layer number in the inspector, assuming you enabled the media in layer checkbox when creating the macro. Okay. So changing durations of a template. After you make a template in Fusion, you may want to change its durations in the edit or cut page timeline. Changing the duration when animation is involved can be complicated. So there are 2 modifiers in Fusion that can help determine how keyframes react when the duration is updated in the edit or cut page. This is actually really important. Anim curves modifier. So the animation curves modifier is used to dynamically adjust the timing, values, and acceleration of an animation, even if you decide to change the duration of a comp. Using this modifier, it becomes infinitely easier to stretch or squish animations, create smooth motion, add bouncing properties, or mirror animations curves without the complexity of manually adjusting splines. That's a good one to take note of. Actually, I have this thing on the side here. I have a Notion, and I want to set up a little place for me to throw these things to remember as well. Anim curves modifier. Okay, I'll just add the, yeah, I mean, for the past 4 days, I've been streaming, and so I'm really kind of like figuring out just the basics of streaming and what this format is. And I keep making notes like while I'm streaming, and then it's not that I forget, but I don't write the note down. That's all. So I want to start doing that so I can be totally sure that I'm remembering some of these things. So it is used. Right. So when, okay. Yeah, I use Notion. Notion is awesome. Notion's sweet. I'll show you it. I'll show it on screen. So I'm just starting with this, and ideally after the stream, I take a note. I haven't done this yet. It's all getting set up. It's not like, but the idea is like I'll go in here and I'll be like, oh, the stream went well. This is what happened, and then I just threw this down here. I'll probably have to make a different section for where to put important notes like this. Probably has to be more. Actually, this could be notes or something. Notes. So that's the beginning of the little notes thing. I think what I'll do, I think the idea is like I go in here and then I take, this is the actual notes place during the stream. And then at the end, I can grab the important stuff for different things and put them here. Like the stuff that, like the, you get it. I'll stop. I'm struggling with the words, but I think you get what I'm saying. The anim curves modifier. The anim curves modifier, anim curves is used to dynamically adjust it, right? So yeah, man, I love Notion. It's good. I like it. It's like you can just, the catchphrase is second brain, but I find that I have a horrendous short-term memory and like a pretty okay medium long-term memory, but I learn things, so it's weird how that works. But yeah, terrible short-term memory. And it's so bad that like I'll work on something and something will come up and I'll have to take a note of it or else it's like almost definitely gone. And I expect streaming is going to be similar. And it's kind of like I'm just so in the zone of what I'm doing here that gotta take notes. It's like, or else it's not gonna get saved. Doesn't make it past my RAM. It is. Mine it's pretty bad. It's especially bad when it's like you're trying to learn something for the first time. Like the first time through, it's tough. You gotta just like scramble and be like, okay, grab that, keep it, try to learn that. Don't expect much, just keep going. So the animation curves modifier, anim curves, is used to dynamically adjust the timing values and acceleration of an animation, even if you decide to change the duration of a comp. Using this modifier, it becomes infinitely easier to stretch or squish animations, create smooth motion, adding bouncing properties or mirror animation curves without the complexity of manually adjusting splines. Yeah. And then the keyframe. So is the ultimate goal to start doing compositing and VFX or motion graphics for YouTube? No. The ultimate goal Yeah, that's the little the no no no. The ultimate goal is I really want to get a super strong understanding of nodes and how they work, and I want to get awesome um, at VFX. And like I realized video is such a crucial thing that like I should be really good at making videos, and I've been struggling to like kind of just create something. So I'm like, maybe the thing is I actually am not where I want to be, and I'm like not comfortable in the program still. So I'm like, okay, gotta loop back, learn learn it for real, and learn the node based systems. And I want to bring this into Unreal Engine, and I want to create things in 3D metaverse stuff. But that's at least after a month of doing this, after I've gotten through the beginner gains, as I like to call them. Beginner gains. The beginner gains of like streaming, Davinci Resolve Fusion, uh, videos, all that, all the good stuff. And then, you know, we'll be struggling so hard here, and we could just be like creating cool stuff. But for now, it's the beginner gains. It's the early struggle days. It's fun. Just enjoy it. I'm half talking to myself as well when I say that, by the way. I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to say that for myself just as much. But dude, thanks so much for stopping in. You get a sneak peek of something. You get it. You get it. So creating media drop zones in templates. So for additional ease of use in the edit page, Fusion effects, plugins, and transitions can have media drop zones, allowing the user to simply drag clips from the... Yeah. These are the struggle days, but it's fun. I'm enjoying this. It's so exciting to like have some viewers. Honestly, the past 4 days I streamed on YouTube, it was nobody. But it was still like I was trying to figure the format out as well, you know. It was like for a good reason nobody was watching, I guess. But now it's prime time, and you're here and I'm here, and we are learning Fusion. For example, you can instantly replace the background of a Fusion effect with a star field just by dragging that clip from the media pool to the media drop zone. Yeah! To create a media drop zone in a Fusion template, create a macro of your current Fusion template for any media in node that you want to make a media drop zone. Make sure the clip name parameter is checked. So literally just for the template, you could say, put the media here. The clip name parameters are checked for media in 2 and media in 1 nodes in the macro editor, allowing media drop zones for both incoming and outgoing. Oh, for the macros, yeah. Oh, and then you drop it in there. That is important to note. Okay, creating a custom template icon. All right, I don't think we're gonna be creating too many custom template icons, but maybe. I mean, if Twitch starts like really going off, you know, and we might need to detour and get some little template icons going for the chat. I mean, that we could repurpose in there. All right. But to create them, if you wanted to, 104 by 58 pixels. Maybe we could generate some with Midjourney. That's cool. All right. So using Fusion template bundles For ease in distributing templates to other Fusion users, multiple templates can now be bundled together as a single DRX. This file can be then imported back into the Fusion workspace easily to ensure creating a Fusion template bundle requires using a specific directory structure and using your operating system's file browser and zip compression utility. The directory structure is listed below, and you can always find a specific folder from within Fusion by right-clicking on any bin in the effect library and selecting Show Folder. So any folder you can you also show folder? Oh, yeah. So that's an effect, so it doesn't go there, but any, yeah. Folder structure for templates used in the edit page. You got edit, effects, generators, titles, and then folder structure for templates used in the Fusion page is just Fusion, and then in there. And then to create a Fusion template bundle in your OS, I might be doing this. If I do get good, I'll probably want to share these templates. I'll want to share this as templates. So in your operating system, in your OS, create a folder structure above that includes the specific folder for the type of templates you want to be in the bundle. For example, if you have a transition and 2 effects templates, you will create an edit folder and 2 subfolders inside it named transitions and effects. And then you copy your template, which is a .setting file, which is literally just a text file that you can save as .setting, and then you can include with icon if you want, and then use your operating to make it a zip, and then rename the zip to drfx, and then that's it. Huh. Pretty straightforward. So you name your text file to .setting, and then you zip it and change the zip to drfx. And then to import it, you can double click a drfx file in your operating system, and Davinci Resolve will launch, and a dialog box will appear asking if you want to install the template bundle. And then you drag the drfx file from your operating system directory directly into the Fusion page in Davinci Resolve. And then to delete a Fusion template bundle, you just delete it to file browser. And then important, the Fusion template bundle contains all the templates in one file. It does not uncompress them into separate template files again. Therefore, if you delete the drfx file, all associated templates inside the bundle will be removed as well. Okay. Chapter 69, nice. And we're gonna get to page 1337. Nice. This chapter covers working with, pretty straightforward, yeah. That is pretty straightforward. 69, nice. And we get to page 1337. Double nice. So in here we're going through viewers. This chapter covers working with viewers. How are we doing on time? Good. How are we doing on the pace of how? So this is viewers. This chapter covers working with viewers in Fusion, including using on-screen controls and toolbars, and then creating groups and subviews, and then managing viewer lookup tables, and then working with the 3D viewer, and setting up viewer preferences and options. Okay. So viewer overview, loading nodes into viewers, position and layout, zooming and panning into viewers, flip book previews, on-screen controls, toolbars. So do you use Fusion yourself a lot for video editing? And then there's toolbars, A/B buffers, subviews, and viewing selective channels, and the 3D viewer. And then quad view, So this is stuff, wouldn't say a lot. I've used it a bit, yeah. So there's some things in this that I think I already went through in the first few days. So I'm gonna be maybe skimming over some things. I can do the basics, yeah. More advanced, right? Yeah. When it comes to actually like making the node structures, I'm like, that's the newer thing for me. If the stream's off and I'm just chilling, I could probably figure out how to like animate a basic thing to turn on and off. But I want to know how to create that thing, manipulate it to my will. Viewers in Fusion display the current frame. So, viewers in Fusion display the current frame of the current position in a variety of ways to help you see what you're doing and evaluate the final result of the compositing artistry. So let's try and do what they're showing there. We get this, we need a 3D. And that's pink. What is pink? Image input. Oh, so that just figured it out automatically. And then can we get a background in there? Aha, we can. And can we move the background in 3D space? No, that's not yet. I can't do that quite yet. Don't know how to do that yet. Channels. Oh. Ah, oh, aha. Yeah. And then this needs to be a render 3D. Render. Bam. Bam. And does a render and a merge go together? Do they go together like that? And merge the image plane with the camera. Merge the image plane with the camera. Merge the image plane with the camera, yeah. Oh. And then now this is on an image plane. Yeah, oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, there we go. It's in some sort of space. Let's call that a win. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna just, oh, here we go. How big is this? Yeah, it's a small W. Not a big W win. It's just a small, well, close enough. Close enough. There we go. Additionally, you can expose subviews, including color inspectors, magnifiers, and waveforms, histograms, and vector scopes. Actually, the key thing here is what you said, which is if you want to do that, you have to use an image plane 3D. If you're messing with 3D, you got to kind of do everything in 3D. Renderer 3D, yeah. Close enough. We take those, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do subviews, yeah, so we just kind of saw that there was this quad view, which is an advanced view. And then what's the final image look like? Oops, 2. Wait. There we go. No, no, no. Oh. Rotate. Can I rotate it, please? Wait. Yes. Image plane. Transform. Yes. No. Oh, okay. Rotate on the Z. No. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Look at that depth. Look at that. full 3D work of art. Okay. So viewer with a 3D histogram subview at the upper left hand. Yeah, so there's this thing, which is a thing. We're making a black thing kind of spin slightly off axis somehow. There's definitely some 3D dimensionality to that. And then there's these buttons that do stuff. Aha. And we could do this stuff, just transparency, wireframe. But how do you get the 3D histogram? They're showing the 3D histogram. Stereo, right? No. 3D histogram, I think it's around the 3D viewer, 3D histogram. One view. Right click, 3D options. This was yesterday. As you can see, I have a perfect memory of remembering everything I read on stream. Right click on the viewer, okay. 3D camera, transparency, Z buffer. Oh boy. That is it, right? Huh. Nah, there's like another one. Well, there's another one that I had no idea what this was even showing. Yeah, whatever. It's not important. We don't need that one anyways. Single versus dual viewers. Yeah, this one. I don't know. I think it makes more sense if you have a... Well, whatever. It'll come up if... It's in there. It'll come back up. Yeah, whatever. We don't need it. It's not important. There's a reason I don't remember how to do that right now. It's because we don't need it. We don't need it right now. So single versus dual viewers. By default, there are two viewers positioned side by side across the top of the window. Yeah, we know about this. Yep. Floating viewers in the Fusion Studio. In addition to the dual views above the node editor, Fusion Studio provides the option to use an unlimited number of floating viewers. These floating viewers are excellent for taking full advantage of dual monitor configuration. Floating windows can also be set to full screen mode to make the best use of screen real estate. My screen real estate is on difficulty mode. That's gonna be the thing, but that's gonna be like, I'm gonna get so good at screen real estate by having to stream only in this like restricted space. It's gonna be like a little secret superpower. I'm gonna be real efficient with my screen real estate. Right now it's a mess. I don't need these up. And we don't actually need those. There's actually workspace, and you can viewer mode, the dual screen. What is it? Workspace, switch page. Okay, whatever. There's a way, not important. Continuing on. Video output. When using Davinci Resolve or Fusion Studio, if Blackmagic video hardware is present, then you can select the node. Oh, I went to a NAB, National Association of Broadcasters exhibition this year in New York City, and it was like the Blackmagic booth was set up, and I went to each one. One was set up for audio, one was set up for like the different modules. They had a camera thing all set up, and I went to every single one, and I was like playing with all the knobs. It was really fun. Like they had the coloring module thing. That's the cool thing about Blackmagic. Yeah, their ecosystem is awesome. I really like DaVinci Resolve because of the fact that it's $300 for the paid one, or it's free, and it's like really good. And then they have all this other add-on hardware. It's not really hardware. It's like MIDI-ware. It's hardware. I mean, they make cameras as well, and those are super legit, actually. So hardware. But like the devices, like the color knob things, and like the faders, and really cool ecosystem is what I'm saying. And then floating viewers in Fusion Studio, yeah, so you can take advantage of those. Video output. It can auto connect if you have some of their hardware hooked up. Clean feed when using DaVinci Resolve with dual computer monitors, a full screen mode. So you can do dual screen over here, dual screen on, and then loading nodes into viewers. Same thing, you can just press 1 if you want media in 1. I know a lot of people actually they prefer, or for some reason they do only media 2. But I've been, for whatever reason, just messing around in media 1. Like this is, I mean, the 1, and this is 2. Oh, maybe they say something about that here. The Fusion page in DaVinci Resolve show 2 different things when you first open. First off, in the Fusion page, the output is the current empty composition. The media out 1 node is usually showing in viewer 2. Okay, this is exactly what I'm saying. And then if you're in dual viewer mode, viewer 1 remains empty until you assign a node to one of them. Yeah, yeah. So usually it's like this. And then because there are no nodes, when you first begin a comp, nothing is displayed in the viewers rate. To load specific nodes, but why? Why is 2 the default? Hover the pointer over a node and click one of 2 buttons that appear at the bottom of the left node. Click one. Okay, press 1 or 2. And then these things indicate which one it's up on. So I'm kind of skimming through this. This stuff was in the previous section as well. So clearing viewers, to clear an image from a viewer, click in the viewer to make it active. A light purple outline. Is that what they're saying? Clearing viewers. To clear an image from a viewer, click in the viewer to make it active. Oh, this is like with active mode on, isn't it? So I'm pressing the tilde key. And that's the thing seems like there's active mode. I think I have to turn on something that like highlights it, but it is active if I click it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. There's like a thing that can highlight. I should probably turn that on. Let's see if I remember from the previous days. UI active mode, editing, color, Fairlight, playback settings. UI settings, right? And then was it? See, this is the UI display scale, it's 150, but the active mode system, active mode, panels. Because I think it'd be easier for viewers to see, or for me to demonstrate things if it highlights what is selected. I'm gonna take a note of that and do that off screen later. Turn on active mode. Okay. And then this key is usually found to the left of the one. Yeah, okay. So position and layout in Fusion Studio. So actually the manual is confusing because Fusion Studio is different, but they put it in one manual. So that's the standalone program. So we just skip that stuff that mentions Fusion Studio. And I think, and then this could still be Fusion Studio and I could be wasting my time reading this one, but you can change the relative sizes of the left and right viewers using the horizontal. Right, so that's just saying this. Oh, wait, okay, let's try and do this. We can group this, forget this, but this, yes, yeah. Oh, now we're doing things. Why isn't it ping pong animating though? Whatever, whatever, close enough. Can we? No, we can't. Making progress. What time is it? Oh man, it's almost 10. Wow, this was a great stream. So the viewer divider, you can change it. You can move the viewer around, zooming and panning into viewers. There are standardized methods of zooming. Same as before. W stream. Yeah, we take the W. Look, we connected full circle. Well, not even. It's like we just barely got half circle. Not even half, but we made some progress on the circle. And we added the two elements together. That's a big W. This was great. But I'm gonna close it up here. Where are we at? Flipbooks. I think I'm gonna end it at flipbooks. So let's see, with zooming and panning, same thing. You can, middle mouse click is just panning. Middle mouse click and right click is looking around. And then middle mouse click and left click is zooming up and down, which is cool. I usually do control and then just scroll wheel for zoom, and then control and or alt and middle click for looking around. Whatever, they all do the same thing. Methods of scaling. Yeah, this was in the previous section. So you can reset it with equals and then right click scale, scale to fit, or scale 100%, which is also, whoa, which is also control 1. What? Yeah, okay, whatever. And then 3D. All right, man. I think I'm gonna stop it here for today. Actually, where am I at? Couple more minutes. I'm gonna stop reading the manual here though for today. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping in. Want to do some closing up, maybe housekeeping at the end of the stream. Try to look over This is where these are my notes. Big win. Okay. Dear Diary, the stream went well. So ideally I would have taken a note here. I can kind of edit this a little bit. Not this one. I can create a new template, stream journal, and then this is where I can do a notes, H2, pre-notes. That makes sense, right? Like splitting it up with pre-notes and then live notes. What? There we go. And then this should be full width. Pre-notes, live notes, and then post notes, right? That makes sense. Just another H2 post notes. This will go over here. And then that's actually cool. That's a cool format. So at the beginning, I can just kind of be like, okay, this is, oh, I could post what, I could write where I want to kind of take the stream for the day, what I want to cover. And then the live notes, I can just be taking notes live. So whatever that is. And then I can take out some of those things and put it into the streaming notes. Notes on notes. Put them here, which is like the key stuff that I want to take out. Key takeaways. Not key takeaways. But some. All right, cool. That makes sense. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Stopping in on the early days. This is gonna be cool. What else? The mess around with transitions for tomorrow. Yeah, so the schedule, I did post the schedule in you're coming from Twitch, right? Because I posted the schedule. I'm thinking that I'll be able to get here like same time except for Mondays. And I'll try to keep on that schedule. And I expect things, you know, early days, so I'll probably move things around. But at the beginning, I just seems like I could just like nothing to it, just keep putting in the time and showing up here, and things will happen. So that's the schedule. It's going to be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 to 10 p.m. For now, that's the tentative schedule. And then next time, I hope to update the stream overlays and have transitions and stuff like that. Maybe work in some music somewhere, some chill background music. This was great. This was cool. So Twitch is the way to go. Although I tried to stream on, I think I might be streaming right now on YouTube. It says that I'm streaming, but I don't know where. So I I got to figure out how to do that, how to properly multi-stream. This is fun. All right, I think I'm gonna end it here though. Nice to meet you. Nice chatting with you. I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you next Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the YouTube went. It says it's live somewhere. Hope to see you next time. Peace out, man. Peace.